At lunch, one of the kids had the soccer ball and me and another kid wanted it. So the other person decided to say, if you throw the ball at Madden, then you're gay. It made me feel angry and upset that someone would turn a word that describes how someone feels about other people of the same gender, make it a negative term. I told the person that what they said was bad and to not say it again. They said okay, but I don't think they cared or will stop saying it.
It was either April or March of last year, and I was playing an online game with my friends while on a Skype call. And I just kind of slipped in the conversation saying I was pansexual, and they were all supportive of it. I felt super good being able to tell how I felt and come out to them. And honestly, since all of them are part of the LGBTQ+ community, they were all super happy.
So this happened ever since I came out as being bisexual. I told the people I live with that I was bi. I was then asked a million questions about who I will pick, and if I were going to have it with a girl, does that make me lesbian? Or the same for if I ended up with a guy. No, I would not be lesbian or straight, I would still be bi. My dad was completely okay with it, but the other person was not. They said they supported me, but I knew deep down they didn't. They would also say I hadn't figured out yet, and this was all new stuff to them. I felt really, really upset, hurt, and disrespected for many days. I hated being treated like I was just in a phase and it would stop. Being bisexual means you like both men and women, but they thought I could only like one. The outcome was that I wasn't able to talk about it, and we would just forget the fact that I was bi, and they never changed. Yes, they may have grown up in a different timeline, but they still should try to understand. In the end, I tried my best not to talk about it with the person. Doing that helped and made me realize not everyone is going to accept me for being me.
I was too anxious and scared to tell my class that I'm gender fluid. The reason for this is because I came up to my parents, but they haven't put much thought into it because they still only ever call me a female, plus have never asked about my pronouns. This makes me feel really terrible because it makes me feel like I don't matter very much. My class has only ever called me a female, and that's because I'm too scared to see if my parents didn't call me what they do.
In 4th grade at my house, I was playing Roblox and I told my parents and friends I was bi. But my friends told strangers online that I was bi, so I started to get cyberbullied on Roblox. I saw someone else getting cyberbullied too, and then I got really angry because their feelings were hurt, and I couldn't handle it, so I finally spoke up. I would stand up for people even if my feelings got hurt. It felt nice to stand up, and finally, they left me and another person alone.
We were in class and our teacher said the F slur as an example. We still have to see him every week. We also kept misgendering Elliot Page. It made me angry because you can't do that. There was no solution.
5 years ago was when I realized that I needed to be careful when coming out. It was a normal day at my old school and I had recently come out as bisexual to my class. I didn't think that people would hate on me for it because I didn't remember that homophobia was a thing. It was break time, I was walking outside and I got pushed by a kid in my class called George. He was making this really annoyed beeping sound and after pushing me, said, "Sorry, I do that when I is around. You're just a desperate lesbian, you freak." My entire class was there and my friends only helped me when I hid. They told me that it wasn't a big deal and that I had no reason to be upset. When I found out that I wasn't cis female, I kept my mouth shut because I didn't feel safe, even after George moved away to Romania. I was in a very rough point in my life. I felt so bad, I felt guilty, annoyed, and I felt like I should be straight to be treated normal.
I was told it's not okay to be bisexual and that I can only be straight. I felt so sick to my stomach, I cried when I got home. I don't talk to them, but they're on my bus.
I am LGBTQ LA/supporter. Around last month, I was with a friend and they decided to change their pronoun from she/her to they/them. It took me a while, but then I accidentally said she. I corrected myself to them.
I told the teacher that I use she/they pronouns and they've been respectful ever since then. It makes me feel valid and safe, and I wish everybody was like that.
GSA is a good, safe place for people to feel comfortable. Everyone here is totally supportive, and the GSA makes me feel confident. I was able to come out to some of my friends, and they were very supportive.
Remember to be respectful to one another and treat each other with respect.
Sentences like,
"That's so gay." You may not have meant it to be hurtful,
but when you use the word gay to mean something is bad or stupid,
It's hurtful.